Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dan Hurley's wife drops a hint on what would have been a negative ramification of joining the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers whiffed on their pursuit of University of Connecticut basketball coach Dan Hurley. In some recent social media posts, Hurley's wife revealed a negative ramification that would have come from Hurley deciding to take the Lakers' job. It seems to be a fairly light-hearted response to the news of Hurley deciding to remain with UConn. With that in mind, Hurley's desire to remain close to home and family was believed to be a big reason why he stayed with the college. It's not just family that Hurley will remain close to either. His success at UConn has turned the 51-year-old coach into something of a living legend in the area surrounding the university. Another image his wife shared to social media proves just how much Hurley and his family are beloved by the community. As for the Lakers, they have been left out to dry after their somewhat perplexing pursuit of Hurley. To make matters worse, it was recently indicated that the Lakers may have a tough time landing a solid candidate because of the chaos behind the scenes. Former NBA player J.J. Redick was seen as a top candidate before the Hurley saga. Now, Redick may want little to do with the franchise. Some folks around the league feel J.J. Redick won't want to be involved with this circus, and that he won't want to be a second choice, but he wants to coach, Vincent Goodwill wrote for Yahoo Sports. The Lakers seem very intrigued by him for whatever reason, and the focus will smoothly shift to him. Because, who else? The coaching cycle is nearly over, and Redick does a podcast with LeBron James. Moreover, it was recently reported that the Lakers is seen as a skeleton crew that does not give its coaches the resources they need to succeed. To make matters even more interesting for the Lakers, it appears as though they could be on the verge of losing out on current New Orleans Pelicans assistant coach James Borrego. Borrego has reportedly impressed the Cleveland Cavaliers during his meetings with the team. While Borrego has been seen as a potential leading candidate for the Lakers' job, LA's pursuit of Hurley may have toned down his interest in the franchise. Things could get really dire for the Lakers if they end up missing out on a few more coaching candidates. While there are a lot of worthy candidates still out there, the Lakers will likely want to move quickly to get past the negative news that has come as a result of Hurley's rejection. Analysis: Jerry West and Kobe Bryant were a match from day one, and the Lakers reaped the benefits. It was during the NBA Finals in 2010. Kobe Bryant was asked a question about whether he thought he was the greatest Los Angeles Laker ever. The answer was immediate. No, Bryant said. He wasn't being difficult or misleading, and the question was fair, especially because Bryant surely would have been on the list of candidates for such a title. But in Bryant's mind, that distinction, greatest Laker ever, belonged to only one person. In my opinion, Bryant said, it's Jerry West because of everything that he has done. Bryant didn't mean just one thing, but really, he could have. What West, who died Wednesday at the age of 86, did at the 1996 NBA draft and in the weeks that immediately followed not only added to his own incredible legacy, but also was the first step to Bryant becoming a true global icon and helping the Lakers win 5 championships in the next 14 years. West had the courage to do what 12 other teams did not. He rolled the dice and drafted Bryant, who was still only 17 at the time. Technically, Charlotte drafted Bryant, but on the Lakers' behalf because he was traded later that night. And 3 weeks or so later, West completed the second half of his master plan by signing Shaquille O'Neal to a 7-year, $120 million contract in free agency. The Shaq and Kobe era was born. West took the risk. The rewards were unforgettable. He's responsible for managing here, he's responsible for Shaq, he's responsible for myself, Bryant said at that finals news conference in 2010, the year that he won the last of his 5 titles, all with the Lakers. He put the whole picture together, and everything that he's done, to me, he's the greatest. They were immediately joined at the hip, Bryant and West, perhaps an unlikely pairing at first. But when West talked with his longtime friend, Arn Tellem, who was Bryant's agent, he agreed to have Bryant come to a pre-draft workout after older, college-experienced players. It didn't take West long to see that Bryant was the best player on the floor. West was smitten. Another workout was arranged later, West arranging to have Bryant come in and play against former Lakers guard Michael Cooper, a very good defender who had retired 6 years earlier. West put that session to a merciful end after 10 minutes. Cooper couldn't guard Bryant. West knew he was getting the best player in the draft. That became his sales pitch to O'Neal, too. The times that I spent with him when he was 17 years old, at my house, constantly wanting me to go to the gym, watching him play in the summer league, he always talked this Mamba mentality, West said in 2020, not long after Bryant died in a helicopter crash. He didn't have to create that. It was already there. The Lakers trusted West on this one, because they agreed with much of what West saw, especially that Bryant didn't sound or act like a 17-year-old. He was mature, polished, wise, well beyond his years, and if all that hadn't been true, this experiment probably wouldn't have worked out. 6-time All-Star could take discount to sign with Lakers, analyst. The Los Angeles Lakers may have lost their bid to hire Dan Hurley as head coach, but that doesn't mean they're going to punt on the 2024-25 season. The team's roster wasn't good enough last season, and there needs to be improvement. There's been speculation that the team could add another max player, but it could be a smarter move to target an aging star willing to take a discount. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report believes that DeMar DeRozan could be that player. The Lakers are reportedly in the market for a third star, steady support scoring and additional shot creation, Buckley wrote in a June 12 column. DeRozan checks every box as a 6-time All-Star who was one of only 15 players to average at least 24 points and 5 assists in each of the past 2 seasons. While he wouldn't help with their shooting shortage, he could help enhance the shooters they have, or add, by setting them up on drive-and kicks or pulling defensive attention away from them. The Lakers may not have more than the taxpayers' mid-level exception to offer DeRozan, but maybe that's enough for him to go championship chasing in his hometown alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. DeRozan has admitted his desire to play for the Lakers in the past. He's a Los Angeles native and grew up a fan of the team. At 34, going back home to play for his favorite team could be worth a smaller salary. DeRozan has gone down the Lakers' path multiple times, and the team has turned him away. It's likely that he would still be interested in joining the team but might not be as open to taking a major discount. He's still playing at a high level and averaged 24.0 points a game last season. He'd be a big upgrade over D'Angelo Russell as the team's third scoring option. The big concern with him is that he's a bad three-point shooter. He's only hit 29.6% of his three-point attempts over his career. LeBron James and Anthony Davis aren't known as great three-point shooters, so having 3 stars who aren't consistent shooters could be an issue. That said, if he's willing to take less money, he could be worth it for the Lakers. The team wouldn't need to give up assets to get him as he'll be a free agent. After Hurley turned the Lakers down, there wasn't much optimism around the team. The team's best player, James, will be turning 40 in December. Davis had a very good season, but his injury history is still a concern. The Lakers got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs this season and don't have a head coach. James can opt out of his contract and hit free agency. While it appears he'll stay in Los Angeles, it's still possible he'll decide to jump ship. If that happens, the Lakers need to consider a rebuild. The team hasn't been close to the NBA Finals since the 2019-20 championship run. They have almost no young players worth building around and have limited draft capital. Considering the New Orleans Pelicans own the team's first-round pick next year, they should focus on winning in 2024-25, but beyond that, it could be time to start from scratch. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of DeMar DeRozan? Leave your opinion in the comments.